Welcome to the second video on MCQs of SA1. So today in this session, we will be covering the MCQs on unit number 1 to 4. So we'll go to the MCQ number 1. So the MCQ is slope of any rectangular cross section of simply supported beam is, and the four different options are given. So what they have mentioned, so they have asked for slope for rectangular section for simply supported beam. So we will consider one simple standard case, simply supported beam subjected to say central point load. Okay, so for this particular case, the value of slope at A, that will be theta A, it is given by the formula WL square by 16 EI. Now this is the formula that we know for the slope. Now we will see the option number 1. So the first option, so what they have given, so slope is inversely proportional to the cube of its length. So this is the wrong one, because if you see the formula, so from that formula we can conclude the slope is directly proportional to the L square. So that's why first option is wrong. Second, the slope is inversely proportional to the moment of inertia. Now if you see the formula, this slope, it is inversely proportional. So this theta, it is inversely proportional to the moment of inertia. Okay, so third option is both A and B, and the fourth one is none of the above. If you see the second option, that is the correct one, that is slope is inversely proportional to this moment of inertia. So the correct answer is option B. Okay, next MCQ. A propped cantilever of span 3 meter loaded with UDL of 10 kilonewton per meter, reaction at fixed end is. So this is the MCQ from propped cantilever. So this is the standard case we can say. If we draw the propped cantilever which is subjected to UDL on entire span. So this is a UDL and the span is 3 meter, where the UDL intensity is 10 kilonewton meter. And what they have asked, so they have asked what is the reaction at fixed end. Suppose this is the support A, which is fixed one. So at that particular support, we have to find out the reaction. That will be, we can say, RA. So this is the standard case. So reaction at fixed end, it is given by the standard formula 5 by 8 into WL. So this is the formula. Now put the corresponding values. So that will be 5 by 8. So W is 10, that is UDL, and the span is 3. Okay, if you simplify, so what we get answer as 18.75 kilonewton. Okay, so the correct answer is option B. So answer for this is option B. Okay, next, simply supported beam fixed at both the ends. Simply supported beam fixed at both the ends. So that will be our fixed beam, we can say, that is the fixed beam. It can be analyzed by, yes, Clapeyron's theorem we can use for analysis of fixed beam. Three moment theorem, that is also called as the Clapeyron's theorem. So both the methods can be used, which is one and the same. You can say the Clapeyron's three moment theorem or three moment theorem, means the correct answer is option C. Both A and B, Clapeyron's three moment theorem. Okay. Next MCQ, fixed end moment due to support settlement is. So what they have asked, suppose this is the fixed beam and it is subjected to the support settlements. Support beat is having certain settlement, and this settlement is suppose having with delta. This is delta. So due to that support settlement, so the resulting fixed end moment, it is given by the formula 6 EI delta by L square. Okay, 6 EI delta by L square, and the value will be 6 EI delta by L square, and the nature will be anti-clockwise for the both the ends. So here what they have asked, we have to find out the value of that movement. So 6 EI delta by L square, option B is the answer. If option B is the answer, so this is the typing mistake, this is not C, this is B. 6 EI delta by L square, option B is the answer. Okay, next MCQ, fixed beam AB of span 7 meter loaded with 80 kilonewton at 2 meter from A and 40 kilonewton at 2 meter from B. Fixed end moment at A is. So this is the fixed beam is given. Okay, so for that fixed beam, the loading is given, and that loading is 80 kilonewton. So this is 80, 2 meter from A. Then this will be 40 kilonewton, 2 meter from B. Total span is 7. So ultimately this will be 3 meter. Total span is 7. So what we have to find out? We have to find out fixed end moment at A. So here, so there are two eccentric point loads are there. So we have to use the formula. First will be WA B square by L square. Okay, for first point load, eccentric point load, and again WA B square by L square for the second point load. So for first case, W will be 80, A will be 2, okay, B square will be 5 square divided by L square, that will be 7 square, that will be 49, plus for second eccentric point load, WAB square by L, that will be 40 into 5, okay, into 2 square divided by 49. So if you make the summation of these two quantities, this one and this one, so the answer will be somewhere 97, 97.96. That is the correct answer for fixed end moment at A. But if you see the option, so this is incorrect, incorrect, incorrect. Option D is the correct answer, as the fixed end moment is 97.96. So the correct answer is option D is the answer. Okay. Next MCQ we will see a continuous beam ABC. Okay, continuous beam is there, ABC. AB is subjected to UDL and BC is subjected to the central point load. So here, this is ABC, continuous beam is there. This is, we can say B, this is C, this is A. AB, it is subjected to UDL of 10, and BC, it is subjected to the central point load. This will be 2 meter, this will be 2 meter, and for UDL, this will be 4 meter. So what we have to find out? We have to find out the bending moment at B, as supports are simple, as all the supports are simple. So ultimately this moment will be 0. So moment at A will be 0, moment at C will be 0. We have to find out the moment at B. So use the Clapeyron's three moment theorem. MAL1 plus twice of L1 plus L2 into MB plus MCL2, that is equal to minus 6A1x1 by L1 minus 6A2x2 by L2. Okay, this is the Clapeyron's theorem we have to use. But here, moment at A and C will be 0. So here what we get as twice of L1 plus L2 into MB. So L1 is 4, L2 is 2. Okay, so for that case, what we get? So that will be L1 plus L2, that will be 4, this 4 plus this 4. Okay, L2 is also 4, that will be 8. 8 into 2, that will be 16 MB. 16 MB, that is equal to. Now for the next right hand side, instead of calculating 6A1 x1 by L1, this is the standard case for UDL. We can write the formula as WL cube by 4 for UDL span, and for central point load formula will be 3WL square by 8. Now these are the formulas for the value of 6AX by L. Now put the corresponding values. So here W will be 10, here L will be 4, here W will be 20, and L will be also 4. If you put all these values together, so what we get here, 16 MB, 16 MB, that is equal to 280. So the moment at B, it will be somewhere 17.5, 17.5. So here options are 20, 25, 0. So option D is the answer. That is none of the above, because answer is 17.5. Okay. So the answer is option D. So next, again, continuous beam ABC is there. So drawing the continuous beam ABC, all end supports are simple. Okay, this is the continuous beam ABC. AB, it is subjected to the UDL of 10. This will be 10. This will be 5 meter. Then BC, central point load 5. Okay, central point load of 30 kilonewton. Distance is 5, means this will be 2.5, and this will be 2.5. This is C, this is B, this is A. So what we have to find out here? So VB is a redundant. So the given simply supported beam, it is redundant, we can say, having DSI 1. So we have to find out the support reaction A. We can say VA we have to find out. VA we have to find out, but that value, it should be in terms of VB. Okay, we have to find out VA, and that value of VA, it should be in terms of VB. So simple case is there. So just apply summation of moment at point C equal to 0. Make the summation of moment at point C equal to 0. So what we get initially, so here 10 VA, okay, moment of this VA about point C, it will be VA into perpendicular distance is 10. So 10 VA, okay, clockwise positive we will consider, plus VB into phi u, or we can say phi u VB. So this is second reaction, moment at C, perpendicular distance will be phi u. Then minus moment of UDL about point C, it will be 10 into phi u, okay, 10 into phi u, and the perpendicular distance will be, this will be 2.5 u, and this plus phi u, so the distance will be 7.5 u. This is the bending moment of the UDL about point C. Then again minus moment of that 30 kilonewton load about C anti-clockwise, that's why minus 30 into 2.5 u is equal to 0. So what we get here, so 10 VB, I will write here 10 VA plus phi u VB is equal to 450. Right hand side is equal to 450. Now what we want this VA, what we want this VA in terms of VB, in terms of VB. So considering simplification, so VA, it is equal to, okay, so that will be 450 minus 5 VB, 450 minus 5 VB divided by 10. So VA will be, this will be 45 minus, yes, 45 minus zero point 0.5 VB. So the answer is option A. Option A is the answer for this particular MCQ. Okay. Next, while using three moment equation, fixed end of continuous beam is replaced by additional span of option A, zero moment of inertia, option B, infinite length. Yes, if there is a fixed end for a continuous beam, then we are considering infinite length, imaginary span of infinite length, and zero moment of inertia. So the both option A and B are correct. So the correct answer is option C, both A and B. A fixed beam of 6 meter span carries point load of 90 kilonewton at center. Then bending moment at center is, so this is the point load at center. Okay, so the formula will be WL by 4. So if you put the value of W as 90, L as 6 divided by 4. So the answer is 135 kilonewton meter. That is the bending moment at center. A redundant pin jointed truss. Now this is unit number 3, analysis of truss. In a redundant pin jointed truss, a force AB, a force in member AB is 200 kilonewton tensile and 1 kilonewton due to external and unit force respectively. Means for member AB, what they have given, P force is given 200 tensile, okay, and the K force given 1 kilonewton tensile, and the redundant force is 20 kilonewton. So this redundant force is nothing but our correction factor Q, that is given as 20. And what we have to find out, we have to find out the final force in member AB. So the final force in member AB, it is given by the formula P force of member plus redundant Q into K force. Okay, so P force here it is 200 plus Q is 1 into Q is 20. So both forces are tensile, that's why positive. So 200 plus 20, 220, answer is positive. So that's why tensile. So the option A is the answer. Answer is option A. Okay. Next, a pin jointed truss loaded and supported shown in figure. To determine displacement of a joint at B, the force in member AB due to external force is, means what we have to find out here, we have to find out P force in a member AB. So for P force, initial step is to finding the reaction due to the external load. So as loading is symmetrical, so this vertical load, it is W by 2, so that will be 25 kilonewton, and as no any horizontal loading is acting, So the horizontal reaction at A, it will be 0. Now, if you consider the joint A, and we will assume these two forces are tensile, and this angle, it will be tan inverse of 1.5. This is 1.5 divided by this will be also 1.5. So this theta will be 45. Means if you draw the FBD for joint A, this will be 45. Okay. And the reaction, this is 25. This is the reaction. And this is the force that we have to find out, that is P force in member AB. So what we have to do? So just apply summation Fy equal to 0. So what we get here? PAB sine of 45. PAB, okay, sine of 45 plus 25 is equal to 0. So PAB answer will be minus. Okay, PAB answer will be minus 25 divided by sine 45. So minus sign indicates the force is compressive, and 25 by sine 45. So that answer is 35.36. That will be compressive. So the answer is option A is the answer. Option A is the answer. Next MCQ is indeterminate pin jointed truss can be analyzed by. So for in case of indeterminate pin jointed truss, so we have to use the strain energy method, that is also called as the principle of least work. So means both the option A and B are correct. So the answer is option C. Okay. Which assumption is not applicable for analysis of pin jointed truss? So we know all that 6 to 7 assumptions. So we have to just odd man out, which is the not correct assumption that we have to identify. Loads are acting at a joint, correct. All members are two force member, that will be tensile or compressive, that is also correct. Self weight of member we are neglecting, that is also correct. Deflection at a joint is neglected, this is wrong, because we are considering the deflection and we are calculating the joint deflection or joint displacement also. This is the wrong assumption. So the answer is option D for this particular MCQ. Next, in joint displacement of truss, in joint displacement of truss or in joint displacement is with negative sign, it represents, means if you are getting the value of delta for particular truss and that answer is suppose negative 5 mm, negative 5 mm, it may be vertical or it may be horizontal. So that negative sign indicates, okay, after application of summation pkl by ae, if your delta is minus, so that minus sign indicates our assumption about the direction of unit load is wrong. Suppose in case of K analysis, we have assumed at particular point, the unit load we have assumed as upward. Okay, unit load we have assumed as upward. And after this calculation, if the answer is minus, after the calculation, if the answer is minus, in that case, we can conclude that the assumption about the direction of unit load is wrong. So that unit load, it should be downward. Unit load, it should be downward. Okay. So here the answer is assumption direction of or assumed direction of unit load is wrong. Option B is the answer. Option B is the answer. Okay. Next, in pin jointed truss, if joint consists only two members, okay, a joint consists only two members without any external load, without any external load, and reaction acting at a joint. Okay, means at a joint, if there are two members are connected and no any external load is acting on that particular joint, then member force will be 0. So there are certain rules or points we have to remember. So at a joint, two members are connected and no any external load is acting, member forces will be 0. Second case, at a joint, if there are three forces are acting, at a joint, if there are three forces are acting, out of three, if two are collinear, third force will be 0. So here, this is the first case. It is followed in this particular MCQ. At a joint, two members are connected and no any load is acting. So member force will be 0 for both the members. Okay. So the correct answer is option C. So in internally redundant pin jointed truss, summation K square L by AE, it is 100 meter per kilonewton, and redundant is 100 kilonewton. Value of summation PKL by AE is. So here the redundant Q, it is given by minus summation PKL by AE, okay, divided by summation K square L by AE. So just we have to do the cross multiplication. So what we want to find out here, summation PKL by AE, and what is given, Q is 100. So this term K square L, it is 100. So 100 into 100. So that will be 10,000. Okay. So the correct answer is option C. So just simplification is there. The ordinate of ILD for bending moment at a section from that section to the left support for simply supported beams, means they have asked the variation. So initially we will draw, this is the simply supported beam, okay, this is the simply supported beam, and suppose this is the section X. So we will draw the ILD for the bending moment for that particular section. So the variation of BMD, it will be somewhat like this. This will be a triangle. Okay, this is the section, we can say section X. So what they have asked, so the ILD of that section to the left support, this is the section to the left support, this is the left support. Now this is the value, suppose this value is, we know that AB by L, this is the value is AB by L, and the ILD at left support it is 0, or at support it is 0. Now here at that section it is AB by L, and at support it is 0. So we can conclude that, so that ILD it is decreases, it is decreases. So here it is AB by L, and at left support it is decreases. So the correct answer is option B. Option B is the answer. Now ILD for shown in figure, it is the ILD for shear, reaction, movement, none of the above. So we know that ILD for bending moment at a section, it will be a triangle. Okay, it will be a triangle, that will be positive. And the ILD ordinate, it is given by AB by L. Suppose this is A, this is B. So this ordinate, it is AB by L. So this is the triangle. It is the ILD for movement. Option C is the answer. A pin jointed truss, a vertical deflection at a joint is 2 mm. Summation PKL by A, it is 400 kilonewton per meter. The value of A is. So we know that deflection for a truss, it is given by summation PKL divided by AE. Okay, summation PKL divided by AE. Here what we have to find out? We have to find out E. So how to find out E? Summation PKL by A divided by delta. So this summation is given, that is 400. Okay, that is 400 divided by delta, that will be 2. So the answer will be 200. Option A is the answer. 200 is the answer. Okay. Thank you.